you said was funny. You know what I mean? Like, I think
If we can land that today, this whole thing was worth it.
just
At the very least, what I believe people get out of my work, what I've gotten out of this work myself personally, is that it's okay to be themselves. Like, truly, it's like you're good. And one of the big things that I really try to help people understand is like who they are biologically, and not overwhelm them with science and all this stuff. Like, that's one of the things I always say. It's like, I'm not interested in teaching someone how to be an electrician. I just want to know how to turn on the switch. Like, you don't need to know all the stuff, right? You just need to know enough of the stuff to like release that shame, that guilt, that belief that you're broken really in some way. Eliminate shame. Eliminate living in shame, not experiencing it, but living in it. And I think in doing that, it gives hope. I mean, quite frankly, even saying this shit, like, it gets weird for me because I just want people to live a fucking life they're proud of. That's it. One they are proud of, not one they think they have to live to make someone else proud, right? But really create a space for them to start exploring who they are for maybe the first time ever. And not through a lens of like, okay, how can we take who you are and fit it in this thing, this strategy, this definition of, you know, of success or worthiness or whatever, but like really just create a safe space for them to begin to explore who they are. I think that's the greatest gift any of us could ever receive, is just having a space where it's okay to explore without concern of what the other is going to think. And I think that's the power of having a coach, right? Like, every relationship is a reflection, right? Every relationship there's opportunity to do your work. But I think with a coach or a therapist or a mentor, it's a space where you can really say the things that you're afraid to say to others because you're worried what they're going to think about it, or worse, they don't let it go. Right? Like, how often were you like, God, I wish I could talk to you about this, but I'm afraid if I say it, you won't ever let it go. I know that's been true in a lot of the things I've worried about, but what I found is when it's said in a place when you can say it in a place where it's received and it's allowed just to kind of flow through, it can be a thing, but it doesn't have to be the thing. That's when you start to release the shame, because all of a sudden you see that not every single person is going to abandon you, reject you, judge you. Worse, convince you that you're not enough because of it. How do I put that in an 80-character bio on TikTok?